What is up, everybody?
Woo! What's going on, everyone? I'm Anthony. You know me as Anthony's World.
Welcome to the Trader Society podcast. I'm Grant Hardy.
I'm Derek Vandy.
Mr. Q Banks. How you doing?
He was good. I'm doing lovely.
We have a special guest with us, Noah DeFreitas.
We're trying to bring a new flavor to the industry.
We're doing it completely different.
We are. We're just making funny videos, having a great fucking time, living life, and showing what the possibilities of what true freedom and trading can do for you.
We want the legacy. We got the hope and we bring in the remedy. Working it steadily. We want the glory. We want the bliss.
Conrad, can I get a? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, that was 4.
Y'all have to clap one hand, too.
6.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are on.
Hey, let me.
I was practicing. Chris Kane, getting pips and dimes. Ho, ho, ho. Pips and dimes.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Pips and dimes.
Hey, this is it.
We'll
this
start-
is a fucking vibe, yo.
That was good.
We'll start
man.
recording after the show.
Hey guys, every Friday night we are hosted at Hootie Booty and Scooties in Scottsdale, Arizona. Right here.
Smoke that tumbleweed. And the marijuana burns and we take our turns singing them dirty rap songs. Should we all hold hands? Pray before this?
Touch fingers. Just touch tips. What would you do if we actually got shot?
30. Why you always have to do me so dirty? US 30.
I have a topic that I want to discuss in this podcast, and it's actually something I'm seeing in my students, and one in particular, he is a student of mine, and he's pretty successful already. He does real estate, he does wholesale, he has Airbnbs, he's got long-term rentals, fix and flips, everything in the real estate business, and he's doing very well for himself in that business. And he just came to me the other day and was like, man, I'm consistently profitable. He goes, but I noticed myself all of a sudden on one trade going all in because it's play money to me. So he's like, I'm not treating it real. Even though it's real money, I'm not treating it real because it's play money, because I'm not using it to pay my bills. I'm not using it. And he goes, and I feel like it's really hindering me and hurting me in my long-term growth in becoming a successful trader, because he wants to be a successful trader to help fund more real estate and help do other things. And so he doesn't want to quit his job or quit what he does because he loves it. But he's like, it's hurting me.
Yeah.
So what are y'all's tips and tricks on that,
honestly, it comes down to just being able to, this goes for any trader though. You just have to be able to figure out what you're looking for. And just when you're thinking about, I'm just going to take this trade, and it's really, you don't have a great reason to take it, you just have to stop yourself from doing that. And that's actually what's helped me the most in my trading, as far as because I think we have all had that feeling of ooh, I can see that dropping. Not even a good necessarily signal, and you just enter.
Yeah.
And when
sometimes it'll screw you. Sometimes
you
for
make
good
sure.
money.
Too many times on that,
Yeah.
So I think that's my biggest tip for at least I don't know. I think, even writing down a checklist of what you have to do before you enter would help.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that feeling of you're making money on the side and you're like,
fuck it.
It is what it is. But then it is real money though.
It is.
It is. If you're gonna do it, if that's what you want to do, then that's what you need to apply. If you keep taking trades being treating as gambling, you're forever gonna do that.
Yeah.
You just have to literally start, just like anything. And if you want to use it to fund and you're starting to be profitable and you want to use it to do other things, and just start doing that.
True.
What's your input on that?
I stole a line from him, and I told him to start paying one bill with Forex.
Oh, okay.
I told him, like, because he's been preaching that a lot lately, and I was like, damn, that's pretty smart, because it's true. Like, it's like, and so I told him, I was like, man, put $1,000 in an account, and I said, and make sure you pay that bill each month out of that account. Yes.
Well, that's going to be actually one of our course videos, is like when to exit a trade, even if you have your take profit somewhere. It's going to be like confluences on why to exit the trade. Like maybe you're in a good trade, but now there's something that's lined up where it's going to go against you.
It's reacting.
Exactly. It's reacting to the market. It's not always going to be, okay, your take profit's down here and you call a trade and it's like, oh, crap, this now happened. It's on a trend line going against me as well as with a moving average. It's hidden divergence. We're going to exit.
As well as, like, I also think, like, now that you're in the trade and you're in profit, your emotions are different than when you weren't in the trade. So maybe you see something differently now that you're in the trade. Mm-hmm. Because, like when I'm in a trade, like when I'm looking for a trade, I'm looking for a reason to buy or sell. When I'm already in that trade and I'm in profit, I'm constantly just looking for reasons to exit, to protect myself.
Yep.
And that's the mindset I think you have to have, is like so many people are like, this is why I hate when people are like I need a guideline of how to like enter a trade, or why does EAs work? It's like, because technically this is the way it's supposed to be doesn't mean that that's going to work out or play out that way.
You can change it any second. You
have to have that human aspect and that human reaction feeling, like trust your instinct, trust your gut. Like there's so many times I've been like, yeah, this is not a good entry, but it's just gonna drop. Boom. And then I'll make like 10 grand. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Like you don't always have to be right to make perfect to make money.
Right.
No, for
and
sure.
That's like what I'm like what I love that we're going to teach is like how to get into a trade, how to find a trade, but how to react like to the market when you're in that trade.
Yes.
And like your mindset should dramatically change as soon as you enter that trade.
Right.
You should be looking for every possible reasons to why to go against you.
Yeah. But here's a question. How many of your trades hit take profit?
I'm right now consistently over the last 3 weeks since I've been back. I've actually been tracking. I'm about 83 to 87%.
That hit take profit?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I mean, I have like a few break evens. Like even on the top tier challenge right now, I'm 86, 87%.
Mm-hmm.
And the crazy thing about the documentation though is the losses, when it hits your stop loss, it counts as a loss.
Right.
So I've had 2 trades hit stop loss in profit.
So that counts as a loss.
Oh,
wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that's how it works, because I did the math myself and it was like way higher, and like it was like there's no other reason to explain this but
Right.
like that. So, but I mean, I will say that like one thing I'm working on when calling signals is I tend to suffocate my trades sometimes, because so many people are relying on it. It's like, damn, it's like we're up 50 pips, guys. Like just go ahead and close partials and put your stop loss in profit, even though I don't do that because I never would by myself.
Right.
See, now I've been using partials and I really like it. Like I've been closing out partials, and I'm never going to move my stop loss anywhere below break even. Honestly, that's just the way I do it. Like I'm not going to use a trailing stop loss.
No.
It's just going to come back.
Too much work.
Yeah, and it's going to get hit. I mean, most of the time there's going to be some rejection that hits. I mean, Conrad's kind of a perfect example. He kind of suffocates his trade, and
not calling you out, everybody.
No, but I mean, it's just something to learn from. It's like you don't got to suffocate your trades. Like for me, if I take partials, have my stop loss like break even, like I'm happy. You know, I think it's so important to realize like a lot of trading is protecting your money that you have in your account.
It's just not losing.
Like if you can just not. My favorite trade is just to break. If I can break even and get out, then you're out. You haven't lost anything. You know what I mean?
Right?
I agree.
The less you lose, then the more you can win.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
And you only need like I've been like working with Jamal, and like we've been working and trading and stuff like that. And I'm like, he's finally getting to the point where he's like proper leverage is so great, and it's like. And he's like, I'm so comfortable. He's like, I placed the US 30 trade, walked away, left my phone closed, came back like 6 hours later, the take profit was hit. And I was like, yeah, because you properly leveraged, weren't sitting there freaking out, stressing about the trade, like didn't move his stop loss because it was going to like, lose too much money or whatever. Like, Proper risk and
Right. That I'm gonna add to that. One reason I love to trade London is because I go to sleep when I'm done trading and I don't look at my phone again. So all my trades that do hit take profit is always after I go to bed. But every time I'm up during the day looking at it, I'm always out.
you're stressing and nervous.
Stressing,
Doing
looking.
too much,
Yeah.
overanalyzing.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like once you're good enough, then you can pretty much like take some time off of focusing on you to focus on others. But don't focus on others before you focus on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, grow yourself first. It's kind of like if you're on an airplane, all of a sudden it's going down, God forbid, right? Put on your face mask before you help others. That's what they say.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How can you help others when you don't have on your face mask? You know, you're helping them, but now you can't really help yourself. Help yourself first, then you help others. You know,
That's definitely something that I'm learning from you guys, because I like to be the person that likes to help other people before myself. And I have learned literally in the past month, like, I have to take care of me first.
Yeah.
Before I can actually take care of everyone else. Because that's been my downfall this whole time. I'm trying to take care of other people when I don't even have my shit fully figured out.
Nah, bro, people can wait.
Yes.
People can wait.
They're gonna wait before. They're gonna wait now.
wait
They're
after.
always gonna wait.
Like when it comes to family, same concept, bro.
Yeah.
Like before, all right, put it this way. Like somebody gave me a good analogy that they're saying, you can't give the bricks that you're taking to build your house away too early before you even have your house.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's taken away from building your house. Build your house first, and then after that's done, then you can pretty much help other people. You know?
Yeah.
Family, same concept. Work on yourself first, and then you could be able to help your family for the rest of your entire life.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't help your family in the building process. That's slowing you down. Focus
Exactly.
on yourself. You have to be selfish a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
In order to be successful, you have to be selfish.
Bro, yeah, like
I'm not saying like don't be selfish like selfish is not a
No,
bad
you just,
term.
have, you just have to take care of yourself.
it's self-love,
Yeah.
bro. It's
Self-love.
It's self-love. And it even took like my family a certain amount of time to understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was coming up and that kind of stuff, making some decent money and that kind of stuff, like I couldn't reach out like how I could now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I could help out and not hurt. Back then, if I helped, I'm hurting. You know? Make me get good to the point that I could help and not hurt, and then I'll feel good about myself. But if I'm giving my bricks away while I'm building, I'm not gonna have anything. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You got to be selfish a little bit.
One whole house is better than two half houses.
Boom. Now you have no roof.
You got no roof. So I'm saying
You
it's
got
the
no roof,
truth.
you know,
It's the
so-
truth. It's the truth. To start, I think starting out, you should just keep that risk
Yeah,
low
because you're gonna. If not, you're gonna lose that
like your
$1,000.
first 6 months to a year trading. Like I don't think you have any chance of making money.
I think, no.
I mean, I think you can, but like I just saying, like overall, like I'm really big on like I think like you should not be risking a fuck ton of money. And I don't believe in demo accounts though. Like I would rather see someone trade $100 account. I just think
I
there's
agree with that.
emotional standards that come with that
It
$100
depends
account.
what you can do. Like I said, I'm for demo accounts. If you can have that challenge with yourself,
That's hard.
I do though.
More
I
power
did
to
it.
you.
I did it.
More
yeah.
power to
no,
you.
I know, which is like
I don't have that discipline.
which is fine, right? So someone that can is great. Someone who can't goes your route.
Yeah. I it's just like I don't like, and then but you still practice proper risk management.
Yes, exactly.
There's
And
so
that's,
many different
that's
ways.
one of the most important parts of the game is proper risk management.
And
If you
good
wanna
R2R.
If you want to stay in the game, your risk management has to be good,
I don't-
and the risk
Okay,
reward
okay.
has to be good.
Here's the debate.
Unless you're okay with losing 10 grand to make 70.
Here's the debate.
Right.
What is more important, risk management or risk to reward?
Risk to reward.
I think risk management.
Risk to reward.
I think risk to reward.
Okay, think of it like
Why?
this. So whenever I used to, right. So my strategy is a
I
lot
mean,
of the
it's kind
same,
of the
right?
same thing though.
But it's not.
It's not.
Because look, if I have a 100 pip stop loss, I'm not gonna drop 10 standards on something. But whenever I have a 10 pip stop loss, I'm okay with dropping 10, 15
I
standards.
think
know
if you
how
have
to
a
get
1 to
great entries though.
well, but that's R
that's
to R.
to R. Because
That's
now,
R to R because you can throw risk management out the window.
right.
Yeah, I believe if you like
How much you willing to lose on that trade could
Mhm.
justify how big your position size is to how much you want to win. Because if not, then like, okay, you're gonna have what?
I mean, isn't that the same though? Risk management.
I don't think so. I think because like you like do you go in and calculate 1% right now? of your account size?
100%.
You go in like you're like, okay, I'm taking
Well, I
GJ
already
right
know
now.
that in my head though, but I've been doing this for 7 years.
But that's what I'm saying is that, but you know your stop loss. Like I think that the reason that you're good at this and your power is that you have great R to R. That's what I think it is. I don't think like
It's easy
I'd
when you
say
don't
R to
lose.
R in entry.
I agree with that, but I'm just saying I don't think risk. I think like I agree. Like unless you're like me, like I'm the trader. Like I just take everything that I see and I just call trades, and that's just how I'm very lackadaisical. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Lackadaisical
Yeah,
about
sure.
it. So like I know like for me it's like I called USD Chef. I missed the entry because I was late. I didn't see it. I missed the entry by 60 pips, but I still ended up catching 280. And I was like, I'm cool with that.
Did
like,
that end
you
up
know-
rising?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it ended up
See, that's
rising,
one
and
of
I
the
called the
things.
drops. You know what I mean? And
That's
so
one
like,
of the things that when it comes to like trading, like I would have waited till that. What was it? The 200.
it never hit that.
Which is fine, but that's where we're different, right?
Yeah.
Is that the only way I'm taking that trade is because it comes down and hits that 200, and where you were like, it had actually a good candle pattern.
It had a
Right.
great candle pattern.
Yeah, it did. And
like,
rose like
But
crazy,
for me though,
apparently.
like I knew what that meant for me was that the R to R now was great. So like I can kind of throw risk like GJ, like I'm in GJ sales right now. I kind of threw risk management out the window because I know that like if it breaks this high right here, I'm gonna take a small loss, but the win is so much bigger. So I'm kind of like
That makes
I
me
didn't-
feel better.
So let's be honest.
I didn't calculate my risk on this trade. I didn't calculate risk management. I just know that like I mean there's a little bit of risk management. Like I'm not like risking
yeah.
a fuck ton of money, but like I think that's that risk to reward. Like I would have been if I had a 200 pip stop loss, like a massive swing trade, I would have gone in and calculated the trade.
Yeah.
Exact loss size.
So let's
but
be
I didn't
honest.
have to.
The actual importance is
Good trades.
controlling the loss.
Yes.
So that's what is actually important.
Yeah.
So
Controlling your loss.
like, controlling
Which
your
is
loss.
risk management.
We just went in a full fucking circle,
circle.
guys.
Giggity.
And like, but that's one thing that I'm good at. Like for me, when it comes to trading, like I can be in shit ton of drawdown. Like I love this. Scratch this episode.
I think it's great.
No, that was
I'm just
great.
kidding.
It was
but
great.
I'm comfortable with drawdown. Like I like getting in and out of positions. Like that gets my juices flowing now. So like for me, that's like a big thing.
One of
But
the
is-
biggest things like I've had to learn though, so let's say I go into profit or I go into drawdown, is usually right whenever my heart starts beating and it's like I need to close this trade.
You probably
Profit.
shouldn't.
Probably should. You should probably add there. Like, you know what I mean? I swear, it's every direction, win and lose.
I
It's
know
it's an
exactly what you're
emotional
talking
play
about.
on you, right?
So dang, this thing's going.
You know one thing
I should close.
You know,
Nope, I shouldn't have closed.
And then it just goes.
You know, one thing that I actually started doing again recently is checking, since we started calling alerts and stuff, ideas for people, is news events. I never check news events. I don't believe in them. I think the market's going to do whatever it's going to do.
I agree.
But what I've been doing, though, is just in case, been like checking it and being like this morning, I knew that's why like I told everyone like, hey, you should probably just put your stop loss and profit because there is major news happening. And I mean, we all have seen like today it happened. Like,
I don't trade news
26
events.
pips on GJ.
Hmm?
126 pips.
126
on
pip
GJ.
wig on GJ.
See, I don't even look at the charts during
The
these
market's gonna
events.
do overall what it's gonna do.
Agreed.
So the news is just gonna make it happen faster.
And so all this literally comes down to understanding yourself and your strategy and what works. So like we're all a little bit different, but the actual fact of the matter is that we understand what we're doing.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that and you don't accept whenever you're wrong and you can't, go move on from that and know how to cope with when you're being wrong, right or right, then you're not going to get anywhere.
You explained it so perfectly.
And
Thank
you,
you.
and you can't have emotions either way.
No.
You can't have emotions either way.
I truly believe in the future we are going to have that base. Like if we do believe that Bitcoin is a new asset class like gold, we'd value it in the value of Bitcoin or
Right.
gold.
Right. Okay.
See, that's
I love
so
that.
funny you say that because, for example, people that are half your skill level that know about the market, know about everything that's going on behind it. I noticed that they're a lot more calm right now than the people that are just invested and don't really know about it. And another cool thing that I learned about it was like, if you own 0.28% of a Bitcoin, you're going to be top 1% of the world.
Yeah,
And
it's like in like 8 years, like
If we adopt.
if we
if we
adopt,
adopt. So it's
Bitcoin.
like keep putting that money into it because I mean, there's a good chance that we will go that route. And I think that's such a cool statistic. And people think that they need to be owning full Bitcoins and whatnot. It's like just invest what you can.
You know, if
like
you
you're saying.
if you think about it, right, like especially because you brought up like the St. Louis Fed, right? Bitcoin is an open source ledger, right? With you can see every transaction ever made. So therefore,
which
I don't
is
think-
also unidentified, which is incredible. It's unidentified,
is
but it's also
it is until
it's the most
something
truth.
happens.
It's the most truth telling
wouldn't this
like ledger.
wouldn't
Like you
this
can launder
be-
money all the time, but you can't launder money with Bitcoin. That's what I love about Bitcoin is that it's an open source code. Everyone can see. If I send you Bitcoin, y'all all can see
Yep.
how much I sent him.
But my point is wouldn't an open source ledger be the government's like gold just fell into their lap? Like, oh, now we can see every single transaction ever made on an open ledger, and then we can assign wallets to people.
Maybe you
and
just
then
cracked
this
the
is
code.
huh?
Maybe you just cracked the code.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little scary sometimes.
it
Maybe
is.
we know who
I- 'cause I-
Satoshi really is.
I mean, because I agree with that but then I don't because I feel like that right now with the way NFT space is going and everything else, I feel like they would have adopted it way faster.
They're always 20 years behind on everything.
Well, they know
might
what
be.
I think they know what they're doing, but
I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to. It's just really hard to say. And,
What do
like,
you
I'm
What do you
excited that,
think
like,
being in the
do
space?
you think like because like well, this is more of a conspiracy I guess now, but like because there's a thought that like the government owns Bitcoin.
Okay. So it could be a possibility because Bitcoin, they say it's like decentralized, right?
Right.
But it's not very
It's
decentralized.
not very
So
decentralized.
there's I forgot what percentage it is, but the majority of Bitcoin is in the hands of just a few players.
Right.
And who those players are, we don't know. But we do know is that the mining
guy.
the mining nodes or rigs out there, they're very decentralized. So the cool part about it is, in my opinion, it's decentralized enough that over time, but you can take the argument that the money always flows into the same, percentage people over time, which could happen. But also what could happen is it could bleed away. If commerce ends up being very Bitcoin dominated, it would essentially then start to bleed into those wallets more and more as that happens. And to your point about actually seeing the transactions, you're right, that is kind of a scary thing because what people don't know is right now, yes, your wallet is anonymous, right? But I don't know if you guys saw, but Instagram, you're allowed to now connect your wallet to your Instagram
We're
profile.
gonna find a way. I'm
So
telling you.
your name.
See, and that's also why I think the government doesn't own it because I think
Yeah.
they're trying to find ways to
Yes.
do it. And I think they will, but that's also why I don't think they own it though.
I think they definitely have an advantage to be able to do that because we're starting to unknowingly tie our wallet addresses to our names very, very quickly.
Fast, yeah.
So I connected, I've connected my wallet to a few websites, and I'm like, wait, like now my name is connected to that wallet.
And they
So
know that you have that.
exactly. So it can get sticky quick. But again, there are things now that are coming out that are getting sanctioned sometimes that are allowing you to stay more anonymous.
Right.
So I think it's going to be a tug of war.
Mhm.
I do not believe that government is going to win, and the reason is because nowhere in history have we had the infrastructure in our control. What people don't think about is the blockchain. It's just code and it's open source. So anybody can copy and paste that code wherever. And you can create a soft fork even on a blockchain and create your own blockchain. So it doesn't take much for the people to take back control or to create something new. So I don't think there's only going to be like say government tries to take over a lot. It just can never be sustainable because somebody can just copy and paste code like that
Right.
and create a new blockchain. So I think it's going to be super interesting because never in the history of time could just people in general create an infrastructure that's apart from the government, especially when it comes to owning assets or payments. So I think it's going to be super interesting to see really what happens from there. But I don't think just because of that fact that the government could be 100% in control.
But like,
it's okay to slow it down. Like, dude, I haven't even driven the AMG in a month. It's been sitting in my garage for a month. I haven't even touched it. And it's like, I enjoy my time that I get to go see my son, that I get to be up here, you know, that I get to come in here and play music. And like, I appreciate my time more than anything. And that's what trading can do for you. And that's the step. And that's what I'm okay with right now. I'm not in this constant forced growth. I got to get this. I got to get like, damn, like I got a family, you know, too.
Exactly. And that's where I'm at too. Like sometimes I forget, like, dude, my house is paid off. I don't know anyone else that has a paid off house.
That's epic, by the way. Can we get a
and
clap?
that's not even what I'm asking for. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I forget about like everything that I have done because I'm not driving the supercars and I'm not flying on private jets. And it's like, but if I look at my life, dude, I have 2 beautiful kids. I get to go home every day after work and do whatever the heck I want. Like if I wanted to take the next week off, I could do it, you know, and it's a beautiful life.
You can't put a price on your time and freedom.
Exactly, you can't.
So we've been trying to learn, it's called the Wyckoff method, right? And there's 4 different trade setups. One's distribution, one's accumulation for buys.
Wait,
right?
is there? Oh no, I asked this for a genuine, like, for me, like,
Right.
because I don't know. I mean, you showed me a few times the different like styles, like not the different style, but like the setup
Right.
in the Wyckoff method. So when you said there's four different phases, or is there 4 different? You said 4 different setups. Is there 4 different
four different setups as far as schematics go, like the chart actually setting up.
Okay.
So
there's a 4 phases in completion of the setup, but you can
there's A, B, C, D, E.
So there's 5.
There's 5, but there's 4 different ways that the Wyckoff method sets up. So there's 2 for sells, which would be distribution, and then there's 2 setups for buys, which would be accumulation. And
you can stack into this, right?
Yes.
If done right.
Yes.
Okay.
So like right now, on AJ and GJ on the daily time frames, they're setting up perfectly for a Wyckoff. It's really cool. And
what time frame?
Daily.
I'm gonna listen as you talk, and I'm gonna go ahead and see.
So
you said AJ
and GJ. I think I'll have to look, but I think AJ is a little bit cleaner. But basically,
daily?
Yep, daily. But basically, we had great entries on this gold sell.
It was incredible entries.
Yeah, great entries, held it. And, you know, just because something is set up right, and we were in the right trade, but that doesn't mean it has to, like, follow through every phase every time. And I'm still trying to, like, fully understand it, especially
that everything's not perfect.
Right. But it is a very high probable trade, and we did win the trade. But, you know, as we got into the bottom, I did end up calling a gold sell that was a winner, and then the next night I called a gold sell. It would have completed the Wyckoff, and it didn't play out, but it did play out to zone, or I think D, A, B, C, D. Yeah, it completed D, and we were just waiting for one more drop for the whole thing to be done, and it didn't play out completely, but I'm still trying to learn and understand this, but we were so confident, my point is. We're so confident that this was going to work out, we're going to make a bunch of money, and then market just...
But you still made money because you had proper risk and you understood your risk.
Oh, for sure.
Dude, you were texting me like, dude, this is like the holy grail.
It is.
And like,
we find it on lower time frames.
Dude,
cool.
because at the end of the day, like, I understand you're trading liquidity pools.
Exactly.
You're trading liquidity pool and liquidity zones.
Yep.
You know, it's like you're looking at AJ and you're talking about me. You're telling me on the daily, and it's like I know the camera can't see that, but like I'm seeing a shark fin divergence on the weekly.
Right.
Beautiful double top shark fin divergence on the weekly. I actually just sold 10 standards, and I'm up $2,000. Like I literally just sold AJ.
Really?
Yeah. Since we're talking, I sold AJ because I see the long term play.
Right.
And so I just I'm up $3,000 now. I love it. I love it. Well, get out there, keep growing, make some fucking money.
Learn yourself.
Follow us everywhere. Get ready for some hats coming. Make sure you are commenting. All right, Mr. Bendy.
I'm on one today.
You are. Make sure you are commenting, liking, and subscribing, and make sure that notification bell is turned on because we drop one of these every single fucking Friday. Trader Society Podcast Fridays. That's the fucking move. You ready, boys?
Let's go. You ready?
Go Power Rangers.